All right, you beautiful people, welcome to our our first boomerang call of December 2017, our first of two. The year is almost over, which is actually great. Tonight, I have the pleasure of introducing a guest speaker on our team. So it's not just me that you guys have to hear from, which is exciting for everybody, including myself. Woo! And I would like to introduce Ceilidh Macdonald, who started coaching with Boomerang, I want to say a year ago-ish, okay, give or take. And she has gone through some incredible ups and downs, and I'll let her share her story. But she's gone through some incredible ups and downs, including the loss of her father this spring, which is a really huge down, obviously. But she came back from that, and through her grieving process, she came back with this fire of complete inspiration, and she has been rocking the shit out of her social media and her coach recruitments and hitting success club numbers that she's never hit before because she decided to use her experience and let it grow her, instead of sulking in it, instead of letting the grief overcome her and just becoming like a little rock under a rock under a rock. Is that a thing? I don't know. Instead of letting her depression and grief all consume her, she used it as fuel to actually lift herself up each day. And of course, the choice every single day that all of us get to make, and we all have different challenges to face. Yes, we all have different challenges to face, but I think it's so commendable to have gone through such an intense trauma, so short ago, and to really have picked herself up. So anyways, if that wasn't enough babbling about you, I hope that was, and she decided to hit diamond like within a month. So that's probably what I should have led with on that one. Truly, like she seriously said, Marie, I think I want to hit diamond by this quarter. And I said, okay, let's do it. What do you need from me? Like, I'll help you. And she goes, no, I think I got this. I might just need to check in with you every once in a while. So lo and behold, little Ceilidh, just does it. And she hit it and crushed it. And I'm going to let you take it away. I'll mute myself. And she's going to talk to us tonight on basically how to stare your hairy, scary goals in the face and crush them like a badass, pretty much. Is that correct?
Yes.
I'll give you the floor. I'm going to stop rambling.
Oh my gosh, I love you so much. All the feels already, you guys. I'm so excited. Like, this is something that has been on my actual vision board since I started coaching, host a team call, be an extrovert, do this thing. And I'm just so honored to speak to you guys tonight because honestly, when Marie asked me, I was just so emotional. I was just like, what? Do you want me to talk? What do you want me to talk about? But she's like, girl, what's happened this past month? And I'm just like, okay, yeah, things have changed, the wheels have been rolling here. So tonight, I guess I just wanted to tell you guys a brief little tidbit of my story, not going into everything obviously, but Marie touched on it a bit. And then I want to go over pretty much my top 5 tips for success of how to crush your goals and not see them as scary anymore. Because as Marie knows, I called my goal of diamond by November 22nd, the hairy, scary goal. But I was determined to hit it. I was so determined, and I did. So I just want to kind of talk about that tonight. So I'll get rolling here. If you guys have any questions at the end, just let me know. Okay, so my first tip is to let your past fuel your fire. So this is something that Marie was touching on, how recently I lost my dad to a rare form of cancer. And he pretty much was sick. It was just 3 months and he was gone. So that was really hard on me, and that happened. He passed away in March. So over this time last year, I was sitting by his bedside every day with Mom, having all these questions, wondering what was going on, kind of just completely lost. And so I just didn't know who I was anymore because I didn't believe that this was happening to us. And it did. But through this, I found that, life's too short to not do what you want to do, to not be who you want to be. And that's something my dad, he said to me, make sure that you do what you want to do and be happy, because he regretted a lot of things that he did, that he was a teacher, but he actually wanted to be a carpenter and stuff like that. I'm rambling now, but pretty much to say in a nutshell, what has happened to you in your past. So if it is a loss of a family member, if it is a bad breakup, if it's other conflicts with work, stuff like that, let that be the fuel to your fire to push further in your life. don't let it bring you down. It's easy to just, like Marie said, hide under a rock. Like I could say that I did that for a solid couple weeks, but then I said, you know what, like Dad wouldn't want this. Dad wouldn't want me to just be miserable all the time. Like I need to keep working on me. And it all kind of happened, I'm going to say not for a reason, but it all, like for me finding myself and starting that, it all kind of blossomed from there. So if you guys even have any, I guess, self-doubt, stuff like that, let that fuel you. If you're doubting about if coaching is right for you, or if you're meant to do this, or you're having a bad month, not hitting your goals, like let that fuel you for the next month or the next day. Like just keep going. Every day is a new day. So that's my number one. Number two is to feel the fear and do it anyway. And this is something that I'm going to talk about with the whole hairy, scary thing. So I literally was a scary cat, honestly, to post on social media. I cared way too much about what people thought of me. And I have been a coach for almost 2 years now. It'll be 2 years in March, which is insane. But I literally hid behind a screen the whole time. I didn't reach out to people. I didn't post on social media about what I was doing and that I lost 40 pounds at home doing these workouts. Like I shared nothing because I was embarrassed. I thought people would think, I don't know, that I'm just another fitness person on Instagram and that I wasn't inspiring enough to people. So I just decided, you know what, I'm going to share my story. Maybe people will relate to me. Maybe I'll inspire someone, because honestly, after everything happened with Dad, I could not step foot in a hospital again to nurse, and it's been really hard. So I've been off for a while, and I decided, okay, what do? Do I just lay around and do nothing, or do I pursue something else that I'm passionate about and that I can actually do right now for my mental strength? So I decided to pursue my coaching journey, and I don't regret it whatsoever. This past month has been, I'm shaking because it's just so exciting, and I'm just so happy with how everything has turned out. And I'm proud of myself, and I will say that straight up, but I am proud of like how I just was like, let's do this thing, and I did it. So another thing that kind of relates to Sandy here, I see she's watching, Instagram stories. That was something where I felt the fear, did it anyway, posted my workouts. I was like, I'll never do that. I don't want people seeing me huffing and puffing, but I have, and that a lot of attractions come from that when people are like, what are you doing? Like, or girls literally messaging me being like, okay, I've been watching you every day doing these workouts. You make me get off my ass. Like, what are you doing? And I'm just like, all right. And that's like, they're ready to go. Another thing with feeling your fears is fear of inviting. That was something that I always was scared of and still am today. Sometimes I still close my eyes sending it to certain people. But that's something that's how you're going to move your business, you guys. That's how you're going to continue to help other people, is by inviting them to this opportunity. And that's something we've talked about a lot. But that's something that I faced, and I'm proud that I faced, because some people that I didn't invite, they wouldn't be on my tribe right now if I didn't reach out to them. So I'm super grateful for that. Also, just honestly not fearing the fact that I am capable of being a leader, that I can lead my own tribe, that I can invite people to this opportunity too and see if it works for them, and kind of just build from there. So that was just some things that I faced.
Ceilidh,
and
what would be an example of like how you would word that? Like, how would you reach out to somebody, say that they've never worked with you before? How would you say, basically, do you want to be a coach? How do you usually go about that?
So usually, like, honestly, all of my coaches that have joined my team have been previous challengers. But for offering, like, for me hitting diamond, how I got coaches to build, like I had some, like Haley, for example, that was like, I'm in, let's do this. Kayla recently is just thinking about doing this thing, which is awesome. But like with other people, I kind of just, like Sandy was saying on the last call about, or the call before, about the VIP discount idea about, getting them, if they love their Shaco, let's offer the discount, see how you like it, see how it goes. And then, you know what, once they're in the groups and they see like how, I don't know, our groups are just on fire lately, and just seeing all that excitement and like that support and community, I've had a couple girls be like, so what is this thing that you do? And then I just kind of say it's pretty much like a fit community of girls that inspire each other. And, we do this as a job. Like, we have an income from helping other people. So I kind of just go into that. I don't really have like a script for it, I guess. I guess more my script kind of things are for invites, but they're still really natural. I don't like to follow scripts a lot, if that's
No,
makes
that's
sense.
exactly what I was wondering, because I'm the exact same way. And I tossed scripts out the window a long time ago. I used to use them and then I would build off them with the relationship. But like you said, the best coaches come from being a challenger first, because you need people to fall in love with the product and programs and community feel before they can advocate for it properly. You know, any
Yeah.
coach I've ever had really that joined in just like right off the bat without having experienced it first, they don't usually last that long, because that sense of belief and belonging is so key. So I'm glad you touched on that. Anyways, keep going. Sorry.
Oh, that's okay. That's all right. Okay, my next point is number 3, make consistency your superpower. So this is something that when I set this goal, this hairy, scary goal of diamond by the 22nd, to do this in a month, I stayed consistent. I use my daily tracker. That is something that I highly recommend you guys do, is to track what you're doing every day. Doing all your vital behaviors, like your posting on social media, but your PD, your shakes, your workouts, everything that all manifests into how you're going to succeed. And that's something I never tracked before. I was like, oh, I don't even invite people, so I would never write it down. So I made sure that I did that and put intentions on my top of my paper. If you guys have Marie's documents for that, for the trackers. And that just made me so fired up every time I looked at that, because I literally had on my last one, it was like shine bright like a diamond, because I'm like, I'm freaking doing this, Riri, like, come on, back me up, girl. But I just was like, so like, I wanted to do this because I have been dabbling so long in this, and I literally just wanted to see what would happen. And that's honestly what I did, you guys. Like, I did the behaviors every day. I stayed consistent. I guess I just like had this like fire under my ass, where I was just like, I need to hit this by this. And like, honestly, if it's not for like hitting a diamond bonus or a promotion at a certain time, like, make those deadlines for yourself. Like, I'm going to hit this by the 22nd, because this will just make me feel better. And that's awesome to do. So definitely give yourself some timelines like that. I recommend that for sure.
Well, get somebody to hold you accountable, right? Like, that's why that worked. You need to get somebody to hold you accountable. I don't care if it's your spouse and you're like, listen, I'll pay you $50 if I don't hit this goal. Like, make it something that makes you uncomfortable. I don't want to give up $50. So I've actually asked Brandon before, like, okay, if I don't hit this thing that I'm really working hard towards, I'm going to buy you something, whatever. And he's like, sweet, I win with this. And I'm like, oh, I don't want you to win. I'm going to get this. Okay. You know, you like hold yourself accountable in some capacity.
Totally. Yeah. So obviously when I was like, I would always be like, sorry, Marie, I'm bugging you again. But I would like, I'd always just want to like make sure that she knew what I was doing and that we were on the same page all the time. So having that with not only your coach, but if you have a success partner, or like she said, your spouse, family member, like that will keep you accountable for sure. Just like how our fit community groups, challenge groups keep us accountable to our goals. It's kind of the same thing. Next, I'll talk about, let's do number 4, manifest the heck out of your goals. So this is something that I've become super passionate about lately, probably since Dad passed away, because, you know, my spirituality side of myself, I've never really had. We never went to church growing up. We're never kind of into that at all. But I decided to take up meditation because I wanted to kick this anxiety, depression, everything into the curb. And I was out of options. I literally didn't know what to do anymore. So I sat in silence every morning for about 2 to 3 minutes. And it was awkward at first. I was very squirrely, still am. But I would listen to guided meditations that were manifestations. So like, you're capable of doing this. You're going to reach your goals. And like, it's just like, woo, you're like listening to it. And you're like, yes, I'm going to do this. And I listened to that every morning last month by Melissa Ambrosini. She has a really good one, by the way, on the Insight Timer app. But I listened to those, and then I started my day. I did my power hour after that, after I did my little morning routine. And I was just like, I'm going to crush this day. And I did every day. I made, look, some days you have your bad days. I get that. But like, I just kept going and just had my blinders on, focused on it. So manifesting as well, I actually like made sure I was organized and mapping out how I was going to hit my goal of diamond. So mapping out all my names of my ladies, who I need to sign up on each leg, all this stuff. So I wasn't a squirrely brain and not freaking out about how I'm going to achieve this, or just seeing it as a hairy, scary thing. I was just like, okay, I need to add 2 more people today. I need to message this many people, and just have that number set in my brain. So I knew where I was going. And the next thing to manifest is to believe in yourself. Like there's only so much you can do every day, but if you don't have that belief, you're not going to get anywhere. If you don't believe in yourself, how are other people going to believe in you? That's something that I have always kind of kept in the back of my mind, especially when I was going through my rough time, and I still am every day. It's still hard. I still have my moments, but having that belief in yourself and that you're possible and you're capable of this, like that goes a long way. So my next point is number 5, instead of wishing for it, work for it. So that was something where I was like, oh, I wish I could hit diamond. Oh, I wish I could, be more successful in this coaching thing because this is all I'm doing right now. And instead of wishing for it, I decided to set my deadline, like I said, push for diamond, do the thing, add to my team, build a more income, I guess, because I need it right now and stuff like that. So just, I kind of want to just say, like, remember your why and always go back to that. Like, I know I always get my challengers to say, why are they starting this? Why are you starting your health and fitness journey? Why do you keep going every month? But like, as coaches, we need to, like, Marie preaches this a lot, but like, just remember your why, write it down, have it beside you. I always have it on my bulletin board at home, and just have that constant reminder of why you're doing this, why you want to push for this goal. And like I said before, keep those blinders on and you do you, boo. You don't pay attention to what everyone else is doing on Instagram. That's something that it's really hard to not focus on that and see other coaches, what they're doing and how they're using their stories and how they're building their team and everything. You need to just do what you do, and people will come to you. Your people will come to you. Like Kayla, Haley, your people, they will come to you because they are your people and they are a reflection of you. And that's all you need to build a team, honestly. And to just remember to work smarter, not harder. And that's something that we also preach too. But honestly, take action. Don't, dabble around, hoard information. That's something that I am so guilty of. I have notebooks upon notebooks from the past, year of coaching, and I never integrated any of it. All these calls of top coaches I watched, and it wasn't until I actually took action and posted up every day, like invited people, and that's when it started to grow. So don't think you have to have it all figured out. And that you need to know everything and the ins and outs of coaching. We're always learning. We're always growing, like Marie says. And when I'm like, I don't know what this means and all this, she's like, you will learn. And I'm still learning. So it's just kind of that ripple effect of learning from everyone. And my last kind of point is to be yourself, love yourself in the process, and just trust the journey. And honestly, it's a roller coaster, entrepreneurial roller coaster. That's what we're living in. But you just have to have in the back of your mind that you have to have that passion behind it. You have to truly wake up every day and be like, okay, I want to help people today. Okay, this is what I'm meant to do. And that's what is recently, all the stuff that's happened lately, that's what's fueled my fire and made me crush my goals that I wanted to crush. So I'm just still overwhelmed by all of this, but super excited. And I don't know, just work hard, take action. There's not honestly, there's no secret sauce to what I'm doing. It's just, I honestly just decided I'm doing it and I did it. So I love our team and how pumped we are about, reaching goals and stuff, and everyone's hitting emerald and stuff like that. That's awesome. But just keep that in mind, that you are capable of this. I'm no special person. And that's always something that I thought too. I was like, oh, I'll never reach that far or get to diamond or all this, because that self-doubt takes over. So just don't allow that to happen to you. And I think, sorry, I am blabbling now, but
I want to add one thing really quickly to what you just said, because you said just to do, not to question, just to go for it kind of thing. And I just really want to say action, or how does it go? Momentum breeds success. Put that down. Momentum breeds success. Anytime I've ever been stuck in my business, anytime I've ever been like, I'm in a funk, it happens, because when you're in a funk, your business is in a funk, because you are your business, right? It's direct reflection. But anytime I've ever found myself in some kind of funk, in some kind of, I don't know what I'm doing, in some kind of, I have no funnel list, I haven't done invites in a week, holy shit, what am I doing? There's no people to talk to, all this stuff. Every single time I go through that, and I remember talking to Sandy about this summer, I make a list, I send out invitations, I start a new workout program. I literally just kickstart myself into momentum, because as soon as I do that, within a week or two, I'm on fire. As soon as I do that, I stop following coaches. I unfollow the shit out of most coaches, And I actually probably should stop liking and commenting so much on our coaches and our team stuff, because it's all like my feed is just all of our coaches. And I'm like, you know, but you just blinders on, like you said, and you just have to do, you know, that's the key. You do.
Do the thing.
Yeah, do the thing. Do we want to open it up for questions? That was awesome, by the way.
Hey.
Yeah, I'd like to jump in a little. I just want to say, of course, Ceilidh, you know, amazing job. This lights me up, fires me up. You did an incredible job. One of the things I want to say that I think maybe got passed over in this call a little bit is mindset. You decided it was time to shift, and that you could do this, and that it was possible, and that you broke it down to something so simple as just paying forward what has done such incredible job for yourself. And it's an amazing story to watch and journey to watch. And I'm loving every bit of it. And the fact, even when you posted your tracker for accountability and at the top, it said, shine bright like a diamond, like those things right there are it. That is the mindset that you worked on, and you deserve this success. So congrats, girl. I'm so happy for you.
Thank you so much. Gosh, I'm getting emotional.
Don't we always, you and I think that's like our theme.
We do. Priors.
I would say the exact same thing about you, though. I would say the exact same thing. Like, since the beginning, Sandy has been so fired up about this. She's dropped, how many pounds have you dropped so far?
60.
Oh,
Yeah, I think it's creeping back up, but we'll stick with the 60.
God, you guys kill me. Everybody's like, I just dropped 40. I've dropped 60. And I'm like, that's literally a child. That's a sign. Anyways, Sandy,
It's a 5-year-old child.
Yes, it is. And since the time you started coaching, you're the same way, on fire. And I want to say that the key similarity between you and Ceilidh, and how you guys have both been so successful, how you have hit diamond quickly, because diamond is just a word that means I've attracted the people who are into what I'm doing quickly. You know, it just means that I've created this tribe of people who are part of this larger tribe of people. And I've done so in a way because I'm paying it forward. That's all it is. Diamond is just, the title doesn't really mean much. It just means that you're attracting the people that are your tribe, essentially.
Yeah.
Right? But you and Ceilidh both, truly, from the beginning, because you've had such a strong, sturdy belief in the company, in the programs, in the products, in the community aspect, and in what you have to offer. You know, even if you have both doubted yourself, and I know we all go through stages of self-doubt, that's human nature, right? That's why we read PD every day. We work the frickin' brain muscle, you know, but ever since you guys have started, you've had such a steadfast belief in what you're doing and what you have to offer, that is what truly brings those people to you. So for anybody that's listening to this going, well, I have a goal of diamond, I have a goal of emerald, I really want to see success in my business, I'd like to have enough commission each week to pay for my Shakeology and my gas and my groceries. Hey, I'd eventually live a lifestyle like Marie and travel every single month of the entire year of 2017. Psycho, but truly, you know, if I can do this, so can you. If you want that as a goal, you have to, at the very core of what you're doing, remember why you started and believe in what you're doing every single day. And even if you're having a day where you're like, I'm not really sure what I'm doing, fake it. You gotta fake it until you make it, you know, because sometimes you gotta trick that little subconscious. You got some old gross patterns that go on in there. Sometimes you have to trick yourself. Sometimes you have to relay new loops for yourself. And that's what you guys have done since the start. Ceilidh and Sandy, like I'd say so many coaches in our team have done that. And there's been times when even myself, like I've had, I've stumbled a little bit and been like, what am I doing? Am I fit to lead these people? You know, like, is what I'm doing effective? Am I actually making a difference? And you just have to shut that voice up in your head, make a list, and go and do the thing, you know, because done is always better than perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways,
Well, and that's definitely, like, I'm feeling, obviously, like Ceilidh said, one of the best books I've read was The Entrepreneurial Roller Coaster, and it was an awesome one, and I recommend it to everybody. And, you know, as we go down, we go back up, and as we come down, we go back up, and I will hear it every time to say, just take action. And already I'm planning a list, you know, of finishing off 2017, messaging everybody, you know, from my back office to say, hey guys, this is what's going on come January, and see who wants to be with you, because you don't want to drag along the ones that don't. So get that feedback from them. It's a perfect time to be able to do that.
Exactly. Okay, are there any other questions for Ceilidh or for anybody, I guess, on the call? We have a little bit of time, so we can
I talked really fast.
okay, like attracts like. I usually do.
I got a little antsy there. My palms were sweaty. I was telling Court, I was like, ooh.
Also, I have to see this comment. I hope it doesn't embarrass you, but Courtney, your bun is exactly like the pineapple behind you, and I've been digging it the whole call. I just had to make that comment.
Yep.
So much. Yeah, you did that on purpose. Are there any questions for Katie? Any questions on how she mapped it out, maybe? How, like, what kind of resources she used?
Hey, Kaylee, I have something that I might be right or wrong with this, but did you build 2 emeralds with 2 active coaches?
One's on this call.
Yeah.
I have to say, like, kudos, girl. Like, that's impressive. That's hard work. That's way harder than people, I think, understand. So I want to give even bigger props to that, because that's business. I've been trying to build Mandy to an emerald, or somebody under Mandy to an emerald, so that I can have an emerald for her. It's not easy. And I'm not there. So, you know, it's not each other's journey. It's how we get there. The map is never straight, you know, so everybody will figure out a different way that works for them.
Yeah, no, I honestly couldn't have done it without Haley. So just a shout out there to Hal. And my mom, I made her emerald because I was like, Mom, let's get you some
Yeah,
let's
do it.
And people weren't weird when I'm like, hey, your coach is gonna be Colleen. It's me, but and my mom's still like, what are all these emails I'm getting? I'm like, okay, I need to change your email account. But yeah, I don't know. Like I pretty much told Haley too when we sat down, and she was like, okay, let's do this thing. And I was like, holy shit, because she's a personal trainer. And I was like, I never thought she'd want to do this. I was always like skeptical to ask. So glad that we connected over it. And I literally said, yeah, I got this goal by the 22nd. Do you want to help me get there? And she's like, yeah, let's do this. Like, it's honestly to have those people too that just want to run with you. That's what you need. You need
Absolutely.
your time. Yeah.
And I was lucky enough to find Jordana right off the bat, who's not on the call, but she's killing it. We all find those girls that, you know, that attract that like. And Haley, I got to say, those arms are jacked, girl. You're looking great.
Yes. Love it. We talked about that today.
Haley, I'm totally, yes, the guys are out of control. Haley, I'm totally going to put you on the spot real quick. And if you're okay with that, I hope you are. But I have talked with so many personal trainers, and actually one of my business partners, Brittany Hilco, she's a personal trainer now doing full-time Beachbody, and she was actually like Beachbody hater back in the day too, so it's perfect because every time somebody's like, I'm a personal trainer and I hate Beachbody, I'm like, oh, you should talk to my friend Brittany. She was you before, and now she's converted. She drinks the Kool-Aid. Emphasis on COOL, right? Okay, that's us. Haley, I have a question. When Kaylee said, hey, can you help me with this goal? And you were like, sweet, what do I need to do? How did you go emerald so quickly? Can you kind of share like your breakdown there of how that happened?
I reached out to one of my old clients. I went out for coffee with her one day and was like, I'm doing this thing. I'm doing Beachbody now. And I just asked her. She'd already worked with me before. She was paying me significantly more a month than what it costs her now for her Shaco. Mm-hmm. So she saved money by doing it. So she was on board. And the second one was just from doing my stories, being active on my Instagram. I had somebody reach out to me on there and be like, hey, I have a daughter who needs some help. She wants a health coach. I think she's depressed. Are you willing to work with her? So that's how I gained my second one. But really just, like Kaylee said, doing the thing. I just showed up and I just decided, okay, I want to do this. And Kaylee was in motivation too. I really wanted to help her. I knew what Diamond meant for Kaylee, and she's been my best friend for a decade. So I really wanted to help her out. So helping Kaylee was my motivation for doing it. And that's how I got my two coaches.
I love that so much.
And that thing, showing up on Instagram, and which is terrifying. And she knows how horribly scared I was to make like my first couple of posts on Instagram, and still I hit post and like cover my face like, oh, it's gonna see me. But just got over my fear, felt the fear and did it anyways. And yesterday I was telling her I sent out 7 invites yesterday, which is the most I think I've ever done. And I sat in the living room and I do one and I'd cover my face and yell to my boyfriend, I did one. I sent it like, oh, there was number 2. And I got another client from it. So I sent out 7. I had 3 responses and 1 was a yes. So you just literally have to feel the fear and do it anyways.
Girl, yes.
And how about, like, can we just back that up a little bit here about the fact that the second person you helped was a daughter who's struggling with depression and self-love and self-image? Like, that goes way more than that fear. You know, if you haven't watched Brene Brown's Critics video, do it, because it will just boost you, catapult you out of that box. Because look at what you're doing. Helping that one person makes it absolutely worthwhile for the self-image, self-love.
The way I like to look at it is unethical of me. If I have the knowledge and the power to help improve somebody's life and I don't because I'm scared, that's not right. That's unethical. I am keeping them from improving their life and from being healthy just because I'm scared.
Oh, Haley, you are my
I
people.
have to just get over here, do it, and then I'll improve their life.
You need to meet her.
It's almost like you've been on our calls before.
Right? I was like, you can take over my call for sure. Look at you.
Like, I usually don't say
so
anything on these
beautiful.
calls, but like I have literal chills from what you just said. So
Yeah. Like, oh my goodness, girl. Holy man.
But it's
That is yesterday when I was sending out my invites, that's what I was thinking about. I picked the people that I really wanted to work with. And even though I was terrified and shaking and sweating and covering my face after I hit send, I knew that by offering that, I was doing a good thing. I was feeling the fear and doing it anyways because it would help them. It is unethical of me to hold back good from people just because I'm scared.
And it's so rewarding. Like, it's so rewarding what we do, you guys. Like, I made my own fired up folder that Marie was talking about. And I literally screenshot all these messages from my amazing challengers, including Kayla, because she's just an angel. But I literally get so happy when I see or when I hear from people that I've made a difference in their life. Like, that's goals. That's life goals. That's my purpose. Like, you know, right there. I don't care what else I do. If I do this the rest of my life, I'm going to do this the rest of my life. Like, that honestly is huge. So I recommend you guys do that too if you're having bad days, to make your own fired up folder on your computer or whatever.
Agreed. That's helped me on more than one occasion. And man, I love so much that you talked about that, because it's so nice to hear it it's nice to hear it from somebody else, and it's nice to hear it in a different way. I always talk about it as like, I would be selfish because I have this gift to give, you know, and just because it's not maybe, I would say it's more socially like well known now, and just like to educate people, but just because it's not the norm, just because it's not like, hey, I have this like 2.6 of a well-known booze that everybody drinks and everybody knows, and I'm selling it to you and getting a commission off of it. You know, like, if we had something shitty, people like buying shitty things. It's so messed up, but it's literally like, if I had a $200 product that promised people no more wrinkles on their face, they'd be like, sign me up. Can I have 6? And I'll get one for my cousin too. You know, but because I'm like, hey, you actually have to put in the work, and you're going to have to blend your Shaco with some different ingredients, and you're going to have to read this PD, and it's not just going to be done for you. A lot of people are really hesitant, but the fact that you've touched on it is truly, it's our responsibility. You know, it's our responsibility to see the fear and do it anyways. And the fear is what, you guys? For anybody that's read Entrepreneur Roller Coaster, you've read the part then that says only 10 people cry at your funeral. You know, like, you think people are thinking about you and they really aren't. And that's not to sound crass. That's not to sound like, oh my God, nobody loves me. Well, there's 9 people on this call who love you, absolutely. But nobody is really thinking about you anyways. Everybody's all caught up in their own ego game, you know? So when you throw that post up on social media, don't ever be worried. If, like, the worst case scenario is that you end up where you are right now. The worst case scenario is that you end up right now. And if this is your worst case scenario, and you have clothes on your body and food in your belly and you have a roof over your head, I'd say we're doing pretty good, you know? So just remember that. Just always remember, like, anytime you feel fear, just be like, okay, this is worst case. Worst case, they say no or ignore me. Best case, I change their life, help them kick depression, help them lose 60 pounds, help them lose 40 pounds, help them have a job while they don't have another job, help them find a passion that they want to do, help, you know? Like, you're talking about how this makes such a difference. There are 9 people on this call who are all epic humans that I get to associate with now because I said, hey, I'd really love to lose 10 pounds and work on my anxiety. So if I wouldn't have said that 3 years ago, I wouldn't have been like, hey, yeah, I'd really like to say yes to this challenge group, whatever the hell it is, and I'll drink Shakeology only because I researched the crap out of it and made sure it's gluten-free and dairy-free and doesn't have any preservatives or weird, like, soy lecithin or whatever in it. If I wouldn't have said yes, I don't even know, like, you know? So just picture that. Just picture that you have this opportunity to pay this forward, and that's so key. It's so key to see it as an opportunity and not as an obstacle.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Totally.
Are there any other comments or questions or anything? Man, I really want to listen back to this call. I feel like it's going to be such a good one, what everybody said.
I'm just like, oh my God, how much did I babble?
You killed it. You truly killed it. And it's all, you know, like we can say it and you can say it in so many ways, and every person, you can learn it in so many ways, but at the end of the day, it's just do it before you're ready.
Yeah, honestly.
Yes, before you're ready. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's it.
Not be an expert at all.
No. And in fact, nobody relates to experts. I'm pretty sure that the reason why people are like, hey, I kind of want to do what you're doing is because I fuck up on the daily. You know?
Yeah.
Because that's,
Exactly.
yeah. Stacey's laughing because she knows.
Yeah.
All right, we have less than a minute. I don't want to get cut off because last week we did get cut off. Sorry about that, you guys. Kaylee, thank you so much for hosting our call. I'll put the recording up as soon as possible. And I love you guys, and I'll see you at our Christmas party.
Can we take an epic picture?
Yeah, go quick because it's going to definitely shut off.
I'm smiling.
Did somebody get it? Sandy, you get
Thanks
it?
for that. This goes my memoirs.
Sandy, did you take that pic?
I think she did.
All right. Okay, long enough. Hopefully
Okay.
something.
Bye, guys. Love you.
Bye, thank you.
Thanks for joining.
Great job, Kaylee.